Um, we are going to um, let me see. We got an update. I'm gonna go over it, give my 2 cents, add some jokes to it because it's funny, but it clearly shows that there's a lot coming on our way because um, there's two phases to this update. I guess this is just kind of like a brief, like, hey, here's something to read and keep you entertained while the rest is getting, um, polished up or whatever. Um, oh, you know what? I I don't like to say this, but this is the first time that I'm actually going into an update with this game expecting a lot. Um, just because um, I'm not over it with the game. I love playing this game. I'm not gonna quit until it's over. I don't have a reason to quit. However, there are some changes and things that I would like to have them do or introduce. My one of the biggest one is I'll say it at the end, but I just they need to change it up a little bit. I feel we're definitely on a repetitive pattern of just KVK break, KVK break. I do believe that this game or these developers weren't ready for the level of activity that they end up seeing. And I feel that that's also caused them to bring out things a lot earlier than expected, and then having to deal with the hiccups of it being prematurely released, right? And whenever we get these updates, it's just like they pick and choose what they're going to be detailed with, and not. But anyway, that's my little introduction to this video. So we're gonna get into this. Excuse my yawning. Let me see. Learn. So we have it right here. I'm not gonna read. I am gonna read a bunch. I'm gonna be doing a lot of skipping, but I need to make sure. Hold on. I gotta make sure the volume's on correctly. Give me a second. Dee-lee-loo. Dee-lee-lee. Okay, I think this is fine. Oh, it'll be an echo. Sorry, guys. Okay, so, um, hey, what's up, speaker? Yeah, family's doing fine. Hello, hello. Hope yours as well. Okay, Dying Light. We got some events coming up, some new events. Take part of the event for a chance to obtain avatar frames, nameplates, Choice City theme. That's great. Anniversary event series. So when they say event series, I feel like one thing's it'll be released in portions, right? Like one thing will start. Um, One thing that I'm definitely not gonna do is wait last minute to get whatever accomplished. If you right off the get go when the events are released, try to do whatever you can free to play. Like little missions and just chunk it because I such a bad habit, man. I miss out on so many free rewards by just waiting till the last minute to get things done. I'm not doing that this year. So all Dragons is celebrating its anniversary. Thank you to all lords for your love and support over the past year. It's time to celebrate, okay? Obtain Dragonfire trophies in anniversary events and exchange them for rewards in the Feast of Dragon event. Okay. And then we'll be able to get an exclusive city themed cake castle, avatar frame, and nameplate Dragon's Delight. Cool. Now, that's phase one. Phase two has this thing called Poetic Pursuit, where we will help the bard track down his lost verses and claim rewards. Then the war Heptarchy, I hope I said that right. Wars travel back into the history of the human kingdom and fight to claim the crown. I don't know why. Maybe just because I hope that the third, this anniversary would introduce a new faction. But the fact that they are right here saying that you're traveling back into the history of the human kingdom is kind of interesting. But then this is just me trying to add some fun to it. I don't know. Probably overthinking it. The Return of Ended series, and in general, if you're like just by chance catching this video and you've been out of the game for a long time, like maybe over a year, I would recommend to hop in and get this event activated and participate into it, because they'll have a lot. It seems that they'll have a lot of incentives to keep you coming, to keep you in general, keep you, and then have you come back to the game. So that's really cool. A new Wonders Workshop event. It's just another event. However, this one is interesting, and my big rant, excuse me, is how they specifically said, yeah, this Wondrous Workshop will give you a chance to receive choice legendary decorations. Normally, they wouldn't even give you like what are those choice legendary, and well, they clearly, and now they decided to add that detail. Now, developers, which you guys are probably never going to listen to this video, but anyway, for everybody out there, I would like this consistency to stay. Excuse me, I would like this, I would say, style of update to be consistent in future updates. Because the number one thing that drives me absolutely bonkers is when they're like very vague about what that certain new introduction or that new certain feature is going to actually do. You know what I mean? So, for example, right here, they specifically said we're introducing, this Wonders Workshop that's going to give you a chance to earn a choice legendary decoration. Okay, so we have 2 tiers of legendary decorations. Which one are we going to get? Well, guess what? They actually added a damn sentence that says it's going to be the choice of Golden Dragon, Extravaganza, Octopodium, Lotus Lantern, Spooky Story, or the Lanternfish one. This is helpful, dude, because then we were stuck guessing, and then guess what? I'm not going to guess, and then I'm not going to participate. And if I'm not going to participate, there's going to be a boatload of other people aren't going to participate. You need to give us these details, dude. I mean, even Box Nasty said that shit before, dude. You know what I mean? So those details are really important because we don't want to be guessing what we're going to get. Let us know what we have an opportunity to get so that we put in the work right away and you guys get more participation from the community. Number 2, improved gameplay features. New Trove of Riches gameplay. Visit the Scout Sentry post to access Trove of Riches. I haven't looked at that thing since I upgraded it at level 25 a billion years ago. So this better be worth it. Because guess what? It says now you're going to have another currency of arcane keys, to open a treasure chest for a random decoration. Well, hey, I shouldn't bitch, because that's another way to get a decoration. That's actually a really smart move. This is a good one. So now we're actually going to pay attention to the Scout Sentry post. Improved Decoration Reliquary. Thank you. Improved Battle Abyss. Okay. Hold on. I need to get myself emotionally ready for this part. Yo, Dan, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hold on. Freaking nose all plugged. All right. Battle Abyss in itself is a big fucking problem. In many, many ways. I'm not a big fan of it. I shouldn't say I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's a perfect addition. It's a very adequate addition to the game. Its value greatly increases when you're in Home Kingdom, and especially right now for us in my alliance and SK. We've been in Home Kingdom for a little while after our previous season because we needed to just stop. It's been exactly 1 year to the day of back-to-back KVKs, and I know for a fact players are burnt out. So, unfortunately, because the developers thought it was a good idea to add these stupid-ass decorations, now it makes it more important for a struggling team that struggles with activity to have to merit trade and play in Battle of the Abyss more than expected on and off seasons, so that we can at least try to find a way to keep up with the decorations and leveling them up. Because most of my players are not going to break the bank for that shit. Okay. However, the thing with Battle Abyss is that one, I should not be using my own elixir to heal my troops when they participate in Battle of the Abyss. It should be its own elixir. Or you can even call it Abyss Liquid if you want to get all fancy. It doesn't matter. It should not affect my hospital, right? Because when you're in the middle of a KVK and you have Battle Abyss and you've just spent a couple days maybe healing, now you're going to have to wait another couple days to heal, and you're only going to get maybe 50 to 100k merits, if that, right? So they want to improve the matchmaking. So, excuse me. Now, with that being said, the purpose of what they're, why they added this into the upcoming update is because they've improved. Well, it says improved matchmaking rules for Battle Abyss. It says reducing differences in power when matching. The more players register for a match, the lower the likelihood of a large difference in power. Hey, dipshits, guess what? Maybe I'm not going to play Battle of the Abyss because I don't want to waste another 2 days healing in the middle of my KVK, and then not get enough merits for that investment of time. This is the stupidest thing, and I just wish that they would just fix it immediately, okay? Because if no one's registering, this update is pointless. Absolutely ridiculous. When what they should be doing, since they love to add more shit to the game, what they should be doing is making this whole Battle Abyss its own entity. Maybe don't give me merits. Maybe give me Battle Abyss points. And it just so happens that that store is very similar to the merit store. It's just a different currency. Okay? And instead of maybe having to use up my elixir, maybe, I don't know, just let me buy elixir in there for even a less expensive, a cheaper rate or something. I'm sure many of you have a better solution, but the point is, there's no point in me during a KVK going into Battle of the Abyss and then putting more troops in the hospital for only like loose change worth of merits. Now, for someone that's in right now, if you haven't noticed, and I'm gonna go and change my screen, go over here. We just finally got introduced something extremely fantastic for the game, which was these Yggdrasil little shop items you can buy that are buffs for your home kingdom experience, right? And the ones that I chose was the one to increase your pet capacity warrants, and this one right here, Abyssal Lord. However, I also, because I chose this one, it only makes sense to also get the healthcare reforms, right? So when you're sitting in Home Kingdom, of course I'm going to play Abyss, because I now these buffs are encouraging me to participate into that, right? But if it doesn't happen during KVK, no one's going to be doing it, dude. And honestly, teams aren't taking extended breaks. People are burning themselves out on purpose. So me just throwing all these ideas, all these little rants is one thing. I think, again, the solution is don't use our own hospitals if we participate in Battle of the Abyss. It doesn't work. It's pretty stupid. You know what I mean? And then if you guys want to add your own like suggestions in the comments, go for it. I just wanted to rant about it because it's really annoying how they think that, to me, in my perspective, they think that we're going to reduce the differences in power when matchmaking, but if no one registers, it doesn't make any difference. You know what I mean? So lots of changes need to come, lots more. And I'm trying to see if before I lose my train of thought, let's see, what else was I going to say? I think that's what I wanted to say. Hope it made sense, but I kind of feel like it did. Battle of the Abyss does have a good, watch. Oh, next round. Fuck, I'm gonna miss it. Anyway. See? 50. Ooh, I have to buy that one. Yeah. Do, do, do. Okay. So I think this is great. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is great, but it's just this part, bro. And this part's what sucks is when your hospital, your own elixir that now you have to go. It just, I just feel like it just is more of a waste. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop myself there. Uh, where are we at? Return wondrous. Improve questoscope. When they start, I mean, that thing's been there for a long time, and they just started like upgrading it. So clearly nobody's using it. Improve routes of war, whatever. Improve trading promotion, sure. Pass exclusive range changes. This is funny. So expanded the exclusion range of passes. After the update, cities located within range of passes will automatically will be relocated. Now here's a funny one. So Alliance resource centers cannot be built within range of a pass. Now most of you probably don't know what the hell this is about, and I'm pretty lucky that I know what this is. So there's this really I shouldn't say famous because I don't really know how famous it got, but there was a builder from a specific team, don't remember the name, and they had used their resource center to kind of, I would say, I don't know if it's to take advantage of the system, but something about the resource center being in a certain place and then helping them kind of like put together this immaculate like defensive build. And I just literally lost my train of thought, and I wish I could break it down in a much more um, detailed manner. But this was, I think, what this was doing. It was a loop in the hole, a loophole where they would just pretty much not let people progress past a certain pass if that, um, fuck, man, if that resource center was placed in a certain location and then built around it. I apologize, but that's as good as it's going to get. But either way, this is pretty interesting. But then here, they're really shoving it in your face that you need to use your siege bastion. I mean, okay, cool. Improve city theme displays. Players with realm titles can tap it. Okay. Season system improvements. Balance the map. It's never going to be balanced. Realm migration score. Who gives a shit? Improve season resets. Whatever. Improve season store. Added legendary Titan metal chests to the season store. Legendary Titan metal chests contain 10 legendary Titan medals, which can be used to promote legendary. Only 10 in the store? Okay, whatever. Alliance system improvements, improved alliance bounties. Okay. All they're doing with the assistant, the reason I skipped all the other ones is it's pointless. It doesn't, it's whatever. But this was really annoying because all this is doing is extending, is like stretching out a problem that is out of their hands. There is an easy way to manipulate how you're going to distribute resources. I think that in order for them to actually fix this is maybe not allowing anyone but the R5 to actually have access to the bounty system. Because I've seen people take advantage of it by not even using them. And then two, when they use it, they specifically have coordinated a 10% event to get a boatload of resources for a very insignificant objective. So yeah, just reduce who gets access to actually using the bounty system. But what this says is I'm probably maybe I think it said it in there. Added weekly reward limits for different types of rewards obtained from completing alliance bounties. Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Yeah, so adjusted reward type proportions for resource healing alliance bounties. Oh, I fucking knew it. It was so certain bounties were a little easier to manipulate in the meaning that like the objective was not as demanding and the reward was big, and now they're just trying to balance it out because it's nearly impossible to get fucking mana anywhere, right? So I don't blame the people who did that. Adjust the correlation between the base chance of contributing mana to battle supplies via daily activities and an alliance member's historical season performance. Now, a member's historical position in past season merit rankings will have a greater effect on their chances. Improved alliance. This sounds like a disaster to me. Improved alliance privileges. Alliances can now grant members the ability to build, upgrade, and remove alliance roads. Those are 3 specific actions, separate from the ability to build or upgrade alliance buildings. No one should be building except the builder. I don't understand why. If that person isn't available because there's an early ass push and they're not going to wake up, then just give someone else the needed title. Like, it should be. I imagine that shit though. But if it was a specific title, excuse me, a specific title, it's like the builder or what is it? The guy from Game of Thrones, Brad the Builder. And they have the ability to access the building features. You just fucking give someone else the title if that person's not available. Improve the alliance roads. Does it make them faster? No. The alliance road length calculation is now more accurate. So what the fuck does that mean? See what I mean? Like, what does that mean? So you mean for the past 3 years the length was always inaccurate? So we could always have like maybe 27 meter roads or what? Sometimes these updates are just more of a headache than a fucking assistance to help. I mean, fixed an issue with Agnar's skill. Improved targeting for the staff of the Prophet. That's the one good thing that came out of this fucking thing. Nothing, guys. What else? Nothing, huh? Season reset, all that crap. No one cares about that. It's not going to give me more merits. Oh, well. Either way, I'm still excited about the anniversary event. It looks like fun. I hope that we get some sort of preview before they start, putting things out there. Man, dude, that's it. My friends, as negative as this might have sounded, I still love the game. It's fun. Now, for everybody out there, I hope you guys are having a good week. And this has been my rant. Peace out, Cub Scout.